Camera's gone. Camera 1. Camera 2. Hang on. Let's turn that one on. Camera 2. That one's good. Ready to go. Photos. Saving. Oh, second photo. Videos. Okay. Oh, they took a photo of me. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. 17s. Stuck. That camera's going. This one is knocking around a little bit. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Today is Friday, the 17th of April 2015. I'm just calling the police station to Area District Commander Richard Chambers to see if I can get him, or Dan Forrest. Right, here he goes. Camera 1, camera 2. Yes, look, it's John Wanoa here again.
Yes.
I wondered if I can speak to Richard Chambers, please, the Area District Commander.
Just 1 minute.
Thank you.
Just hold a second.
Would you know what to do if you observed someone behaving suspiciously in your neighbourhood? To ensure the safety of all members of your community, join or establish a neighbourhood support group today. Visit
You have reached Kate at the Office of the District Commander. I'm not available to take your call right now. Please leave your message after the tone. Thank you.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press hash for more options.
Hi, it's John Wanoa here speaking on the waterfront. Just a message for Area District Commander Richard Chambers. I just want to follow up on a case I've got on 1/61 Cook Street to see if he can help to resolve the matter. At the present time, Sergeant Dennis Culverwell is handling, but he's away on annual leave. So I wondered if you can call me 3684842. It is a fraud mortgage case that I wanted to investigate. I've got a complaint still not resolved yet since Tony Geldenhuis has been looking after my case for a long time, and then passed it on to Dennis, and so I haven't heard back from anything from them yet of any feedback. And I want to try to finish it off because I have to go to Britain to the Westminster to elections, and I'm trying to get this done before I go. So please give me a call, it's very important. It's a very serious matter, and I want to investigate the Land Conveyancing Lawyers who are involved in transferring the title on 1/61 Cook Street. Simon Rowntree and James Brown involved there, and Tim Duthie, Sergeant Tim Duthie was right in the middle of it, when I was down on the land there. So if you can give me a call, please, I'll appreciate it as soon as you can. Trying to do it today or Monday and make an appointment to come and see you. Thank you very much, John Wanoa. Bye. My number is 368-4842. 368-4842 on the waterfront, 426/2 Tapora Street. And my mobile number is 0272813963. Thank you, John Kahaki Wanoa. There you go. I've just called the Area District Commander, Richard Chambers. I'm getting to know them now, but all of a sudden they'll disappear. I'm disappointed when that happens. But we just have to take things as they come, and the time is going by. And it's the 17th now this month, and I've missed 17 days of being in London because I wanted to resolve this fraud case. And it can be dealt with quite quickly. And I'm just looking at the way things are with the police commissioner, Mike Bush. I put some article there on his repute, and it's looking a bit shaky, but I don't want to let that get in the road of what I'm doing here with the land title. That's a real fraud case. It is a real fraud case, and all I want to do is to arrest the land lawyers. They know what I mean, because my QC, Notary Public Lawyer, Yu Taik Choi, is the best there is in the Asian lawyers as far as conveyancing. He is a conveyancing lawyer, and he knows. He's waiting for me to sort it out with him, but I needed to go and do as much as I can, and it should have been done by now. And also Graham Aylett from Aylett Investigations Limited over the shore in Browns Bay. He's my private investigator and ex-detective from Scotland Yard, Britain, UK. So he knows a thing or two about what's going on here. It is up to the police. All I want to do is, it'll save a lot of bother if they just investigated which lawyer it is. It's either going to be Simpson and Grierson, Melanie Patel, I think it is, or it's going to be Queen City Law, one of those law firms, or MacDonald Hornibrook, Mark Hornibrook, Andrew MacDonald, who did the conveyancing for Douglas RIKARD BELL when it was fraud in the case I was doing back then in 2012. And then Jamie Peters before that was using the same lawyer. Okay, so Jamie Peters back to 2008, and then Doug RIKARD BELL went from the council to Jamie Peters, then Jamie Peters to Douglas RIKARD BELL. And then it's gone from Douglas RIKARD BELL to James Pierce Brown, and Simon Brent Rowntree. And so that's followed a trail of fraud through the lawyers. The conveyancing lawyers are the ones I want investigated, and it won't take long for the police to do that. Richard Chambers, the Area District Commander, should take a hold of this, because somebody in the police has to go and have a look because of the complaint. I've been on the section twice on 1/61 Cook Street to arrest it as a debt collector and also as a private investigator of that block and a private prosecutor. So I'm all of those native, okay? All of those native as a native landowner, the original landowner I'm talking about. And so all I want is the police to go and remove them, remove the Tournament Parking Limited Company, one of James Brown and Simon Rowntree's 21 businesses that are now fraudulent in their land dealings. We'll go right through the whole company and we'll find there's a pattern of it going right through with the lawyers, the land conveyancing lawyers. that have forged the title. And I know, being in real estate, I know what they have done. But then the police has got involved with Sergeant Tim Duffy. Has got his foot right in it in covering up the fraud, and that's a pattern of what now I read on the 15th of this month. There's an article in TV3 News under the Paul Henry and John Campbell show that the article is about the New Zealand Police Commissioner Mike Bush in his escapade up in Kaitaia in 1988, where he covered up for 26 years. He's covered up the rape allegation of a woman, McGregor, I think it is, Gregory, I think it is, but she was a police woman, and he, one of the police at the policeman's cricket match after function, one of those police got her to drive him back to the police station, Kaitaia. There he handcuffed her and raped her. And that has been covered up, and they got away with it right till now. That is a pattern here of culture of the police that I want sorted out. This video is to you, Area District Commander Richard Chambers. I want you to go and see what I'm saying is still a pattern happened on this 61 Cook Street. And I want you to resolve it for me, please, so that I can get on with it and seize it as per the documents that I put over the counter to the manager, the station customer services manager, Tony Geldenhuis. He's known me for over 6 years, so he's very well up to the case of what I've been doing, and also the NZ Bank is behind me on seizing that property, and also my lawyer, Yu Taiak Choi, and also Graham Elliott, the private investigator who knows all about this case. It's the police that are stopping me. Sergeant Tim Duffy stopped me and my business and injured my ship of Admiralty, and so I'm sticking to that part of the law that he's broken. He has broken that law in the Admiralty, and also the maritime law of the New Zealand laws, and also the landowners have colluded with the lawyer or lawyers. I'm thinking it's either Simpson and Grierson, or Queen City Law, or Hornbrook and McDonald. One of those, or could be someone else that actually did the conveyancing, selling of the land and transferring the title and did the transactions. That's where the fraud is, in the financial transactions or financial fraud in the financial sector. I want investigated, please. And like I'm saying, it's not looking good on that side of the police complaints, or the put the complaint into the police, New Zealand Police Conduct Association, which really is complaints. And there I saw an article on the 15th of Mike Bush and his background of him covering up like these, Tim Duffy's covering up for this land block. Now, Richard, I just want to tell you something that I'm really up to it on the law of Admiralty, and Admiralty is mortgages and liens, mortgage liens and mortgage levy, which is the top end of law in anywhere in the world. It takes precedent of a cordon of a state of emergency or war zone around that area. I put a state of emergency cordon around that land block, 1/61 Cook Street, straight back to Westminster, and the British military and Scotland Yard, who are obligated to our flag, to our flag of King William IV, Richard, if you haven't already seen me displaying this flag in front of the will, where I should be putting this flag up in Westminster and also in Devonport, where everybody came here from, with their mortgage titles, and the Bank of England acts and the bank coins, the pound note and the coins of King William. So I'm standing here talking for him as his surrogate king of England. When I go there, they're waiting for me. There's going to be a crowd waiting for me there. But this is the police are holding me up. Richard, I want you to order the people that are in the office where I went there twice to remove them from Tournament Parking Limited, one of Simon Rowntree and Brent and James Brown's corrupted businesses. Okay, they've got corrupted businesses in there, and the policemen, unfortunately for your police, another one has colluded to commit crimes inside the police force as a cover-up, a same pattern as what Mike Bush, the commissioner, has in his past, did the same thing as these ones here doing it to me. Okay, they've injured my ship of Admiralty, they've injured me personally, my businesses, they've stopped my businesses, the police have, for over 6 years. It's not fair on me and doing that, and now it's really got them caught up in the law. Tim Duthie, Sergeant Tim Duthie, I've got him on tape as being swearing to the Queen. That's another offence, and because she's not there, Richard, and I think you know that, and I'm standing here as the King in place of the Queen, and she's gone to the EU Parliament, so that's a conflict of interest on that land block, which I'm putting the King's titles on it now. Okay, the King's title was in the first place the deed title 339 as one of the titles put together by John Rogan, that's and Dick Rogan, that married into my family. Okay, so I'm talking from that level right up top. So I want you to remove them from the office, and I want to go down there with a policeman finally, because that's what James Brown said to me, because I've been there to serve him notice 3 times, 3 affidavits on 3 different separate occasions, gave them enough time to counterclaim my claim to be the original landowner that is missing off the title. That's another offence. They didn't put our names on the title as is supposed to, legally supposed to, in the native land court. They are supposed to put our names as any other interests in land in Auckland here, where I'm living right here on it, that they rejected my caveat on the land as the original landowner, and Manukau's, the Wanoa, the Manukau's and Kawharus, the real native that's not there. So I'm talking native, not Maori. So there's nothing to do with Maori. Nothing to do with Maori in the flag. This is a Hapu King William flag, not a Maori flag. Okay? So that's where my authority comes from, and I swear my oath to this flag and to the King of England, which is there and the Queen's not there. Okay? She's walking around, but she's not there. She's the Queen in EU Parliament. So that is a conflict of interest on that land block of titles, British title and Lynn's Australian titles. Richard, just to shorten you up on what I'm saying as a legal advocate for this confederation of chiefs. I'm the chief speaking for all the chiefs here at Waitangi. Okay, they want their land back. They want this land block back. Okay, and I'm there to get it back into the rightful ownership. It's going back with no mortgage. It's going back to where it was in the first place, a straight native title. Okay, absolute title, and can't be sold. So that's what we're doing, because there's fraud being on that land block all the way through, and we can't have any more of that on that block. We want it back where it was, and seize everything right where it is. Okay, so please call me. I've just rang you up and left a notice on this call that I made, at, what is it? It's Friday, 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Okay, so I'm expecting a call from you or from another police officer who can accompany me, assist me to the block to remove them. Okay, because I've asked them twice now, and the first time there was no complaint when I went in on the 30th, Richard. I went on the 30th to remove them because I've got everything over the counter of my intentions, legally of my intentions. I never broke the law. I went there to do my job with Graham Ella. He's supposed to be doing this job, but I'm doing it as far as I can for him, and then he'll come in. As soon as I'm there in the office, he'll come and take over and finish the whole thing off for me. Then I'm off to England. Okay, I'm genuinely going to England to be the King of England. Okay, and the King of Commerce. This is the King of Commerce and the King of Banking. Okay, this, and I'm going there to raise this flag in Devonport, where everybody left to go around the world from, under his authority and his jurisdiction of admiralty. Okay, Richard, that's about really where I stand. And there's no one that can refute anything I'm saying. So because they didn't answer me, neither did Tim, does he, refute what I had in my affidavit to him. He never put together for me, as I asked, a written statement of a trespass, a written trespass notice, and a written complaint. I don't know what the complaint was, and when I went on the 30th, I went back to the station after Debbie, the manager of Tournament Parking Limited at 161 Cook Street, said to me, the police said for you to go. And so I said, I'll cite you on that. And because she said, the police said to go, I went. And then on the 31st, I went back again after seeing Dennis, because by this time, before that, the 2 weeks before that, it was Tony Geldenhuis that went away. And so I got 2 weeks behind for going to London to do my party, the King William, the Maui King William party that I'm putting together, and everybody's waiting for me to get there. And so he held me up, the police held me up for 2 weeks with Tony Geldenhuis going around the other officers. And then when I called to set up an appointment, when I asked for an appointment to see someone, then out comes Dennis, Sergeant Dennis Culverwell, and he said, well, you go ahead, you go do what you do, but don't break the law. And so on that day, the 31st, I said to the counter, does anybody ring in for any complaints from 1/61 Cook Street? The answer was, not that we can see. And then the same with Dennis. Seems to be okay to us, but if anything came in, it would go to Tony. And so I'm saying, Tony knew what was going on, and who rang, and who complained, but I didn't hear it. You see? I didn't get to hear nothing. I haven't got any written statements, because it could be hearsay. Well, it would be hearsay in the court hearing. The judge says, where's the warrant? Where's the trespass warrant? Nothing. There's nothing. There's only just, anybody could say that. Anybody could say this and that and that and that. So I think your man, Tim Duthie, was out of order on my camera, posing on my camera, Richard, and using my camera to put his word across that he trespassed me on my camera. And so I said, no, I trespass you, because I've already got a trespass order out on that land, and it's gone over your counter. It's on record as being that was I was going to do. I'm going there to arrest the property because no one's saying anything. So because the landowners and the lawyers, it's a lawyer's job to tell me to back off, not the police job. This private, Richard, this is a private contract. It is a private contract, the same private contracts as the Queen uses. I have the right, the legal right, as a king, surrogate, to do the same thing as a Queen. Private contract. No one can get near her. No one can get near this. Okay, so I'm saying, if anybody tampered with it, it was your police that stood right there and told me to leave the property because somebody said. I don't know who rang. I don't know who rang because I said to Debbie on the 31st at about 3:30, I said to her, Debbie, I'm here and you have to go. You must go. But then she turned around and set me up to get the police over to get me off. So that meant that you have now got the police stuck in a contract on a third party. You have to pay the bill, Richard, and it's going to have repercussions right through your department because of that one man has stepped in my road as a monarch sovereign. I am the native monarch sovereign with my surname and Moai statues on East Island. Here in Auckland is the title. That is the title to this land where the Queen put it there. The Queen Victoria put my Moai statue in London. That's my title. The memorial. I go there and stand right beside it and I claim my title with this flag. Now I've got a flag of a king. I've got his memorial in Devonport. I've got my flag with the Moai, Tahitian people, my people, the Wanoa people, okay? And also I've got a memorial of the Moai statue. Hang on a second. Just hold it. I want to see who's this. Hello? Missed it. Somebody's just been trying to call me and I've just got to it too late. And it's a private number. So, anyway, I'll finish this off. I'll wait for it to ring back. It might be the police. Okay? I'll just see who it is. So I just want to finish off this video. So, Richard, I have a lot of videos. There's too many videos, there's too much information about that land block now. That in England, in Britain, they're saying, why are you taking so long to get here? And we can read what's happening on that land block. Why is the police holding me up? They know. And I'm pretty sure the British military knows as well. And also the Scotland Yard. And with Graham Aylett being Scotland Yard, he knows how this works. He knows what I'm doing. I'm not there on my own without them. They are, they know what I do is correct, true and correct. That's why no one can refute anything, not even the Maori iwis. Richard, the Maori iwis are not this flag. This is a hapu flag. This is a native hapu flag. If you look at the old titles, the old deed titles of 1875, that's the one I'm talking about, 1875. It hasn't got the word Maori in it. It's got native court, John Rogan, judge. Okay, John Rogan, judge, married to Manukau's. So these lands here are Manukau lands, okay? And the lands at the East Coast, they're Wanoa lands, where I'm from, okay? It's just like that. That's why we've got those two names there that the British went for. The strongest two names the British believed in, not anybody else. Everybody else has got their own history. But they went for the commercial, right? The commercial law, which is this flag. They went straight for those two names because they've got the mana and the titles that they were interested in, right? And that's all there is on those titles. The Lynn's titles are Australian ones with the Maoris. If you go back past 1875, you won't find the word Maori all the way back to 1840. They actually put that word into 1840. You won't see Maori. was not heard of back then. It was not heard of. It was only put there by the Pākehās in 1940s, in the war period. You see, so that's a false, a fake title. The Land's titles on that land block, I'm saying, Richard, is fraudulent right through. I've been in real estate long enough to know what's what when it comes to a land title. Between 6 status of married land titles and European titles and Crown titles. The Crown title being the British titles. Okay, so I'm here for the British titles. We've got a partnership arrangement with King William, a contract, a commercial contract with our flag. It takes us to any part of the world. That's what the Queen is using. She's using our flag. I'm going to take it off her when I go to England. That's what I'm going there for. I won't have it anymore. She won't have this power of admiralty, court martial law anymore. Won't be able to shoot anybody anymore when I take it off them. Okay? Now that's all I wanted to say today to you, Richard. So I hope you ring me up soon. I'll put this video on now, and I have to get ready to go. I'm getting prepared to go to England after I finish this title on that land block and remove those people. That's all I want to do. That's all we have to do to get the police to save face from what is happening with Mike Bush. I think that's why John Campbell got sacked, because it's through him and the rest of the TV3 team that have exposed Mike Bush, your police commissioner, okay, on his rape charges and all that he's covered up. 26 years is a long time. It's taken me 6 years just to get this far on this case. It took him 26 years to hide it, and now it's exposed. So I still think, in integrity-wise, integrity here is called for. Richard, I'm asking you to please have one of your police in the station, the Central Police Station, because I've been trip-trapping there all the time, getting tired, going up the hills in second gear, and I'm getting really, really tired going backwards and forwards there for this long, 6 years. And I want you to give me a policeman, because that's what James Brown said. If you go on the land, bring a policeman. I said, I just want a policeman to escort me there so I can remove them, and that's all there is to it. It's simple as that, because whatever I say is true. Why? Because no one's refuting everything I say online, in front of everybody. And all the information I got, Richard, is admissible evidence in the High Court of Admiralty in London. That's why they let me use their front bench on my Facebook site. You see, it's all lined up there. Elliot's on there, his photo's there, and Judge David Lindsay Mackey. Okay, his face is there as a judge, top judge in the world. Okay, so they're sitting there wondering, why am I taking so long? It's because Lynn's and your lot of people are holding me up. Richard, you're holding me up. And I want you to fix it up, please. I'm asking you so that I can stop the bill from escalating right out. Because every time it's going to cost more each day that goes by, because those pound notes of King William's on this flag is real. Okay, is real. I have the right, the legal right, as his partner, his business trading partner, to do what the king does. Okay, in the courts. That's what I say. I'll go in the courts and I'll stand on the other side with the jurisdictions. That, how did you get here? That's one of the questions I asked the judge. Richard, how did you get here? On whose authority did you get here? Which Admiralty flag did you use to get here? And who are you swearing your oath to of office? And whose sovereignty are you using? Whose sovereignty are you using? Okay? And what law are you basing that land title on over what I have that created mortgages and land titles in the Scottish land titles on these lands? Okay, those are the first titles. The Manukau Land Company in Scotland put that land title together. Richard, and that's my ancestors. The Rogans are my ancestors, English. And that's why I'm going to England, because I can walk straight in there under Rogan title. Okay? I'm straight English and straight British citizenship under this flag, that the government here took that British citizenship off the Maoris. Those are their people. Okay? Those are their people. So, Richard Chambers, Area District Commander, Richard, can you please solve this right now, today or Monday? Because the sooner it's done, the sooner Eilert can come in, because he'll just say the same thing as I'm saying today, that it's a fraud case, okay? And my lawyer will say it's a fraud case, because they've got to do all the conveyancing and clean it up. They're going to clean it up, because I'm doing my best. I'm only here to see the native side of that title and the British side of that title, because they can't do the British title. They have no right to do it. You see? They have no right to do it. And Chris Finlayson, he's in the gun as well, signed this property off. You see? The Attorney General and the Solicitor General cannot go past me in this flag, Richard. It's just like that. It's just like that. So because you're the most senior person in Auckland, in that job capacity of Area District Commander, I'm asking you one more time, please do that for me today, and it's before 12 o'clock, this video will be online, okay? Thank you very much, people, and we'll spot you later and see you online, and have a great day. Bye. Switch it off. Camera 2. Bye. And camera 1.